In the year 2475, humanity had finally expanded its reach beyond the solar system, establishing colonies on distant exoplanets. The most promising of these was Elysium, a lush, Earth-like world teeming with resources and potential. However, the discovery of Elysium attracted the attention of an ancient race known as the Kalthorians, who viewed the planet as sacred and essential to their survival. The arrival of the Kalthorians. As the human colonists began to thrive, a Kalthorian envoy, led by the formidable High Priestess Zari, arrived with a warning. Clad in shimmering robes that seemed to pulse with energy, she addressed the human leaders in their makeshift council chamber. "Your presence here disrupts the balance of our sacred lands. We demand that you leave Elysium at once, or face the consequences of your encroachment." The human leader, Governor Alex Mercer, stood firm. "We come in peace and wish to collaborate. There's enough for both our peoples if we work together." Zari's eyes glowed with a fierce light. "Your ignorance will lead to destruction. Choose wisely." Tensions escalate. The humans, determined to stay, began efforts to negotiate. However, tensions escalated when a Kalthorian sacred site was accidentally disturbed during a mining operation. In retaliation, Zari summoned her people to unleash a series of devastating natural disasters upon the colonists, manipulating the planet's weather patterns. Tornadoes, earthquakes, and fierce storms ravaged the human settlements. The colonists were thrown into chaos, and whispers of war began to fill the air. Governor Mercer knew they had to act quickly to prevent total annihilation. The unexpected alliance. Desperate for a solution, Mercer reached out to the Elysian Guardians, an ancient order comprised of both human and Kalthorian warriors sworn to protect the planet. The Guardians, led by Elyra, a skilled warrior with a deep understanding of Kalthorian culture, agreed to mediate. Elyra organized a meeting between Mercer and Zari, urging them to set aside their differences. In a serene grove surrounded by ancient trees, the two leaders confronted their fears and misconceptions. "Zari," Mercer began, "we can create a future where both our peoples coexist. We share this planet. It belongs to all of us." Zari hesitated, her resolve wavering. "But your actions have already brought turmoil. How can I trust you?" A test of trust. To prove their sincerity, Mercer proposed a joint venture to restore the damage caused to the sacred site. They would work together to heal the land, combining human technology with Kalthorian magic. Zari reluctantly agreed, allowing them a chance to demonstrate their commitment. As they labored side by side, the humans learned the ways of the Kalthorians, how to harness the energy of the planet and respect its rhythms. Zari, in turn, began to see the dedication of the humans, their genuine desire to mend the wounds caused by their presence. The final confrontation. Just as progress was being made, a rogue faction of Kalthorian warriors, led by a radical named Vorak, opposed the alliance. They believed that any cooperation with humans was a betrayal of their culture. Vorak launched an attack on the joint restoration efforts, intending to drive the humans off Elysium once and for all. In the ensuing battle, Zari was torn between loyalty to her people and her growing respect for Mercer and the humans. As Vorak's forces clashed with the Guardians, the planet itself seemed to respond, with fierce winds and storms echoing the chaos of the battle. The turning point. In a pivotal moment, Zari stepped forward, confronting Vorak. "This is not the way. We must find balance, not destruction." As she spoke, a powerful surge of energy emanated from the sacred site, a manifestation of the planet's spirit. The natural disasters that had ravaged the humans began to subside, and the storm clouds cleared, revealing a serene blue sky. Zari's words resonated with her people, and they turned their attention to her, realizing the truth in her plea. Vorak, however, was consumed by rage and charged at Mercer. In a moment of unity, Zari intervened, using her powers to shield Mercer from Vorak's attack. The energy enveloped them, creating a barrier that stunned the rogue faction. A new beginning with Vorak subdued and the radical faction disarmed, the battle ended, but the real work was just beginning. Zari, Mercer, and Elira called for a council to establish a new pact between humans and Kalthorians, one built on respect, collaboration, and shared stewardship of Elysium. Over time, the colonists and Kalthorians learned from one another, blending their cultures and technologies. Elysium flourished as a hub of innovation and coexistence, a beacon of hope in a galaxy often fraught with conflict. As Zari and Mercer stood atop a hill overlooking their thriving community, they shared a sense of accomplishment. Together, they had forged a new future, where two civilizations could thrive side by side, united in their love for the sacred land they called home. Conclusion. In the heart of Elysium, the message was clear. Cooperation was the key to survival. As they looked to the stars, both leaders understood that this was just the beginning of a new chapter for humanity and the Kalthorians, one where they would face the cosmos together, hand in hand.